Another tough week in the SEC as you get ready to head to A&M. What kind of stands out to you about their offense?
Well, first of all, obviously the skill positions are extremely explosive. They have great skill. Their offensive line is obviously really good as well. Big up front, bigger probably in the last couple of weeks up front a little bit. Maybe a little bit more athletic, well coached, obviously, as all O-lines in this league are. And so, yeah, they present all kinds of challenges for you. And if you're not, doing what you're supposed to do and having your eyes where you're supposed to have them and tackling well, they can create explosive plays really fast.
But back to A&M too. You were there 2 years ago. What's the challenge? Leach used to always talk about A&M, Kyle Field having some of the loudest crowds in the country. But what's the challenge for your defense when you're the road team in an environment like that?
Yeah, I don't know defensively if it impacts you maybe as much as offensively, because obviously the noise and everything. The only thing to me is if you allow it to distract you, but the noise factor isn't the same on our side. So to me, it's just getting out there and not allowing the, keeping your emotional control and doing your job within the hype that naturally occurs in that kind of atmosphere.
Outside of a couple runs by Ray Davis that he broke late in some other games, talking to DeMonte about that, it seemed like you guys' run fits have been better. What have you seen from that group?
Yeah, I think it's probably pretty simple. I thought we had more of an edge, in the last, 6 quarters and how we played the run. I thought also we're not trading one for one. We're maybe more on the attack, maybe not so concerned about, hey, where I'm supposed to be or where I'm supposed to fit, and more just getting off the ball and going, And to me, that's what I saw at the first and second level of our defense.
Talking about those end of the first half situations, last week was the 6th time out of 9 games this group has given up a touchdown in the last minute of the first half. So what specifically are you guys working on, if anything, to guard against that happening, those 2-minute drill type situations?
I think first off, you just look at the breakdowns when it happens, and whether it's 2-minute or whether it's the first drive of the game, the breakdowns are the same, and obviously sometimes in 2 minutes there's more tempo involved, but in today's game, 2-minute to me is a different scenario because everybody plays with tempo too, so you're used to that more. I think it just comes down to executing and not being high and low in our execution and doing things that we need to do, whether it be getting a call, whether it be getting lined up, whether it be having our eyes where we're supposed to, or tackling well. I mean, playing good defense, playing bad defense was 2-minute drill at the first drive of the game,
DeCam had a really good game the other night, made tackles, broke up balls, things like that. And so now, if you figured out what's going to go on with the other cornerback, it's just going to be by game.
I think it'll be throughout the week who practices better, and honestly within the game who's playing better, I did think DeCam played well. I thought he played more aggressive. I think he played as aggressive a game as he's played this year. I was real proud of that.
Ainias Smith is a guy that's been an absolute terror in this conference. I mean, obviously the speed stands out, but he's more than just a kickoff guy. What are your thoughts about him?
I have great respect for him because he's a guy. He'll line up at fullback. They'll put him in the eye. They'll line him up split backs. He's the lead blocker. He does so many things for them that not your typical receiver at his stature would do. And obviously he's extremely dynamic with the ball in his hands. So he's a football player. He does everything for him.
There's some concerns about Mac Johnson, but 2 years ago he came in here with LSU and just hit all those slant patterns and just had a big day passing. How is he? In the 2 years you've watched him develop since then, what's he like?
I've always thought he's an extremely dangerous quarterback because of his arm strength. He can put the ball where it needs to be. I think you got to get pressure on him. We were able to do that last year here, right? And I think obviously you saw the result. But no, he's very skilled. Obviously he's an intelligent football player as well with his heritage, his lineage, and all that. So great challenge for us for sure.
You saw late against Kentucky, John Lewis just blow that play up in the backfield. Is that good to see his talent? Is it kind of frustrating for you knowing that when he's going the right direction, that's the kind of plays he can make?
He's an explosive guy, and he plays so hard that when an opportunity presents itself to make a play like that, it's great to see him make it, And that's the thing. I mean, John's the type of guy that you don't ever have to coach John on effort. John's going to play 100 miles an hour. And so I'm just excited that he's played more physical, he's played more disciplined, he's done his job, and hopefully continues.
It may not show in the stat sheet, but when after game grading by outside people, Sean Preston just consistently is there. He's not spectacular, but he keeps making plays.
Right. Well, Sean to me, with all the experience Sean has, right, he's starting to put it together, and all that experience shows it's hard to replicate experience. And so I'm proud of what he's doing, and we're going to have to continue to build with him as a key piece back there, obviously.
I mean, for you as a linebackers coach, for Buki to be on the short list for the Butkus Award?
I told him I was just really proud of him, and I mean, but again, he's the type of guy, I don't care who coaches Buki Watson. Buki Watson's going to be a good player because of Buki Watson, so it is not about me, it's about him, and I'm so proud of what he's done, so proud of what Jed's done. Those guys come to work every single day with the same mentality, and so, you just got to continue and finish strong.
Thanks, Coach.
All right, guys.